Welcome back to the Cinema Cruise Point of View. And this week we're talking about Power, Book 4, Force, Episode 7. And another episode to keep the story moving, but not my favorite. How about you, Michelle? What do you think of it?
I wouldn't say my favorite either.
That's
Definitely a filler episode.
what you call it?
A filler episode, yep.
Okay, all right, I got you. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I felt like it definitely has some new developments, but that we might see later on play out, like as far as the playing
hmm
out. But it definitely kind of did feel like a filler episode, like you said, for an entire season. But we also did learn some things too. So let's get right into it. So we see the episode, and I guess we gotta. I would say one thing: Liliana was the MVP. She was almost every scene. I felt like, and she did like a lot
Yes.
of she did a lot of different things in this episode. But let me get into her, man. So she's like she's Tommy's right hand person. Then
hmm
she also is like a scientist apparently because she can figure out this formula the doctor's doing for the Dahlia. The first scene we see her all dressed up and out in the club and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I said, look at her. I said, look, that look kind of thick over there.
Yeah.
so and we see that she's a scientist. Then we start going on a date with the doctor. So let's break all these things down. How do you feel like her and the doc and how that thing is going? Like, what do you think about that whole aspect and her trying to learn the formula and stuff like that? So,
Liliana's a cutter. She worked for Tommy and Ghost back in the
right,
day.
right,
She's here in Chicago trying to do her own thing and bumped into Tommy. But she always had that background. Like she told Tommy, this is all I know. This is all I know what how to do.
right,
So her mind is just where Tommy's at. We got to figure out what this drug is and figure out how to cut it, break it down, and mass produce it. So Liliana's head is right there where Tommy's is at, but the only person who knows how to do this is the doctor. So I think Liliana's presence with the doctor is to build the doctor's trust because the doctor is like, I'm not a drug dealer. I don't do this. But
hmm,
at the same time, they need her because she's the only one who could do the molecular scientist part of building the drug. It's
right,
not some coke where they can just cut it down with something else. It's a little more into it. So I think her presence is helping smooth over the doctor and build that trust up that she's gonna be okay. I think in the long run she might not be, but it was good to see their dynamic on screen.
yeah, I actually agree. I think that Doc's dead. I think they're gonna wind up killing the doc. I feel bad. She went on her third date and all the good stuff, but I feel like she's gonna wind up killing the doc. And I feel bad for the date. Like bro trying to get his little Mac on and Liliana sitting there and stuff like that. Like
She put that white voice on. Hi,
she did. Same voice she had when she called the job and stuff like that. She did a good job though. She did a good job. Um
Richard.
Yeah. Oh, Richard. Yeah, it was crazy and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like that too. But I feel like, remember she was the one who said the time. First I thought Liliana was getting close to her, but then she the one who said that she know too much later on. So Liliana a gangster from the like all the way through and through. Stuff like that. And then she came back and also said, I told you can't trust Claudia
hmm
when Claudia was making her move that we're gonna talk about a little later and stuff like that. But then, like I said, we also saw her. He sent her to Claudia's house to talk to the girls. So, how do you feel about this whole operation of them using these girls to get people enticed on the Dahlia, on the drug? What do you think about that situation?
I think it's smart in play because they don't have a mass product.
Right.
To just go out on the streets and say here. Also, they don't really know what the other side of it is. They don't know if it could kill people, if you do too much. So I think them having the girls as testers, it builds on Claudia's idea of being exotic and only
Mm-hmm.
marketing to a certain demographic.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they got to play it safe. Now, what we see later part in the episode where they do cut it down, you know, again, we don't know until next episode or the episode after that what that side of Dahlia is going to do. So I think it's smart that they're using the girls to test the demographic, but also, we see that it already got into two of the wrong hands.
Right. Well, one of it was because Claudia actually wanted to get in Vic's hands. So let's talk about Claudia's moves this episode. Like, I mean, you think she's wanting to like show her brother that something else is out there? Like, what was she doing with that? Like making sure Vic got it.
I think that's exactly what it is. It's
Okay.
exactly what. But at the same time, when they had Frank's funeral, she
Right.
lied to her brother and said, "Oh no, that's shut down. Like I'm
Right.
not doing anything out in the streets.
Right.
Don't look at me.
Right.
But then he doesn't know who's behind this exotic drug or who's behind Dahlia. So I think she did it to show force that hey, you don't know who's behind this, but just know that there's something new out here that I need to get your attention on.
Okay. Got you. But again, she didn't tell Tommy, what she was doing, in that situation. And then, I think also try to prove it to her father too, but like, even though he's not going to know, but I think 'cause the father keeps like playing her, like you're not good enough for this, you can't do this stuff. But
She
I
said, "You
think,
don't know what I'm capable of."
but here's the thing though. I feel like as far as like shooting somebody, we saw her do that, so obviously she can do that. But I think the father is right because you can see she is green because Tommy's like walk her through like she's like a preschooler stuff like that, like, and she's not trying to listen. So part of it, I hate to say this, but Walter is right. As far as like her knowing the game and stuff like that a little bit,
Mhm.
and everybody not gonna be as patient with her as Tommy is. When it
But
comes to stuff.
that's Walter's fault though.
That's true too. Yeah,
He
yeah.
built her. He built her to be the brains of his operation and kept her away from the streets and the drugs and the
Right.
violence. So now she wants to play with the big dogs. And like you said, luckily she has Tommy because nobody else is going to be patient with her making side moves like she's done already.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with that. And then like Tommy's trying to explain to her about cutting it down to make more money. She wants it to be, and that's her problem too, because of her lifestyle and how she grew up. She wants it to be this like designer drugs for rich people. But Tommy, like, that's we only gonna stop it so far doing that. Like we gotta be able to get everybody to be able to take the stuff or whatever. So
Hmm.
I felt go ahead.
Yeah, or that's how you see both worlds. Tommy's used to the streets and coke and weed and maybe pills. I don't know about that, but he's used to pushing drugs on the streets. All you knows is pills because that's Walter's world.
Right.
So, and by her only operating in the books, so she has this higher level thinking when it comes to what the population is going to be for this drug. And Tommy's like, nah, like I'm here to make money. So if we're gonna make money. I need this to be available for everybody.
Right, exactly. Because they had it as some her and the doc had it some designer drug that glow in the dark. Tommy like, nah, fuck all that glow in the dark. You're like, man, cut this down, take that glow off. It's gonna be for everybody from trash man to billionaires. We don't give a damn and stuff like that. So, and I feel them on that. You know what I mean? How you gonna have a product that can only be afforded by certain people? That don't really work.
And taking the glow in the dark part off. I mean, that like you said, that's her signature. That's her stamp.
Right.
So if you got something out here that looks like lead pencil shavings, that could be from anywhere. But if you got something out here that glows in the dark, that's going to lead back to one source because not everybody can do that.
Correct. Correct. He sound like that. And the funny thing was that the doc was mad time trying to get that part right. He like, man, take that like that. She was like, it don't glow. I was like, why you worry about that part? Let's get it to work like that. I felt bad for the doc though. Like she's literally kidnapped. They didn't even let her go home to change for the date. She had to wear Liliana clothes. So bad.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Right? Like, damn, like that might not be what you want to wear for that third date. She got to wear Liliana clothes. Did she wash her ass? I guess in the laboratory bathroom. I guess like what the, like I felt so bad for her.
So disgusting.
And then he finally said days later you can go home now. I'm like, damn, well, I couldn't just like cut her in and then say like, okay, you were part of it, so I can go home back and forth. They're like, no, you ain't going nowhere. I was like, I kind of felt bad for her in that sense. And like I said, I do feel like her days are numbered in that way. Speaking of Tommy, Tommy made some moves this episode. So we see him and JP. So him and JP talk a couple times. We see him talking about Miriam, the grandmother, and that she's apparently taking a turn for the worse. And JP
Mhm.
wants to call Kate. Tommy's like, nah, you don't want that. And JP's like, I'm gonna get in one side. I want to meet her still because she's my mom. How you felt about that whole scene right there with them two?
Tommy knows Kate and JP
Yeah,
doesn't.
right.
We know Kate and JP
JP
doesn't.
does it right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kate is all about who? Kate is
Kate.
about Kate.
Mm-hmm.
So Tommy knows the devil that will come behind inviting Kate into their world. For all she knows, Tommy's in California already.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want her impact and influence breaking down what he's trying to do. Also, JP is green to the bullshit that comes with Kate.
Mm-hmm.
So is it in Tommy's mind? Is it really worth you meeting her? I'm telling you what it is. You're choosing not to believe me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one who she didn't love because she loved the son that wasn't hers, which was
Right.
Ghost. So it's fucked up that she had.
Right. Yeah, he did say that. He said she stuff like that.
Yeah, it's messed up that she
I
had
do see
JP and
JP's
bounced.
perspective though. Yeah, I see JP's perspectives as well because you see so many parents who abandon kids and the kids still want to see them no matter what they find out about them. It's just like something about knowing I met her or something like that.
Yeah, he doesn't feel whole. He doesn't feel complete, especially knowing that she's out there somewhere.
Right.
It's one thing for Tommy to be like, "Oh, I'm your brother, but our mother is dead." Nah,
Right.
she up in New York, so
Right.
I want to meet her and tell her
Right.
that her mother, who she abandoned 35 years ago, is dying. So I
Right.
get JP's perspective, but on this, I mean, he's trusting Tommy to get in Tommy's game. He needs to trust Tommy enough to understand what he's trying to block him from.
How you thought it's gonna play out? I got a thought. What you think?
I feel like Kate coming. Like
Me too. I feel like JP gonna somehow find something in Miriam's old house, like an address or something, and go around Tommy and get the key.
I feel like we gonna see Kate in episode 10.
And I feel like Tommy gonna be mad as hell when she there and mad at JP.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's gonna happen. I do feel like Kate is definitely because they've mentioned her too many times now for her not to come.
Yeah, because she has a son. She has a seed of 35 years, and she also has a grandson, an adult grandson, or a
And I was
teenage
about to say,
grandson.
look at the parallels, though, right? D Mac is hurt because his father wasn't there. He can't move forward. JP's hurt because his mother wasn't there. He can't move forward. It's crazy. They're father and son, but they have actual parallels, which is crazy to me, actually. Think about it. So, and you
Yeah.
see D Mac, let's talk about him for a second too. Like he don't even know. Well, let's start right from the beginning. You see D Mac and Marshall go up in the barbershop to pitch their little Shark Tank idea, right? To Jannard, to the Jannard and Diamond and stuff like that, to go to Gary, Indiana. There's one of them cousin or something like that to try to move the weight there or whatever. Now Diamond, we'll get to Diamond later, but he's like, nah, Jannard's like, yeah. Then we get you D Mac, like, yo, if you want to do this movie, you gotta do this favor for me. What do you thought about that whole part in the beginning there?
Again, is Jannard trying to undermine Diamond? So in Jannard's mind, CBI is his. And he's not really recognizing that Diamond's really the shot caller here. As far as the little pitch, that whole scene got on my nerves.
Why did I get there?
Because the way they just came in the door, hey guys, we got an idea.
I know, right?
They're actually probably my two least favorite actors on the show, the two teenage boys.
Yeah, D-Mac.
But I think their character serves a purpose in how they're necessary, but they're also really still green to the whole game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And
Yeah.
I agree. It's interesting, right? With the whole Diamond and Jannard aspect. I think that the undermining is definitely there because in the end, we do see Jannard go to Gary and say, all right, I'm trying to move. But I feel like Jannard's kind of right in a sense because in that game, you can't stay stagnant. But I feel like Diamond, like he said, like you ain't ever spent that time in jail. I'm not trying to go back. So for Diamond, we can stay here, make the same money we're making now. I can go to this barbershop every day, go home, go to my diner, and be Gucci. Where I think Jannard, like Tommy in a sense sometimes, but is constantly trying to get bigger. So again, I see both perspectives as well. But I kind of I think Jannard's delivery sucks, and I think Jannard is not he's too quick. but I kind of more agree with him because you can't just say, all right, we go what we got. No, that's not it. Stuff like that.
I mean, that's good versus bad because I side with
Diamond.
Diamond.
Right.
He's been locked up for 15 years, so he doesn't have any urgency to be doing anything big that has the potential of getting him locked back up. You know, he wants to push what he's comfortable with until maybe the right opportunity, presents itself. Just like with the Serb hit.
Yeah.
He wasn't too keen on it, but he went through with it, and look who they lost. They lost Jeremiah. I forget his name. Elijah.
Think about that birthday sex again.
Right. They lost him. So now he's kind of backtracking his idea of doing anything that's going to bring too much light on them. He wants to play it steady and controlled because that's what he's most comfortable with. Anything else will bring too much heat and potentially get him locked back up in the slammer.
Jannard I'm about to say, I think you made a good point. I think he's most comfortable with it now. Like you said, he has evolved from what he was before. Mm-hmm. He's more comfortable with it now because, again, he felt those 15 years, like you're saying. So he's trying to not go back. Jannard ain't feel it, so it's different. But I feel like from me perspective, I feel like from an overall picture, as far as like moving the whole CBI up and making more money, I feel like that Jannard is right. You can't just say we're going to do this only and just stop here. Like, we good to making this money. How do we grow as an organization? Stuff like that. But I feel like it's almost like Diamond don't care about growth no more, to be honest with you. He just like, look, we good right where we at.
But Jannard is also quick. They just got the Serb pipeline. Yeah. And now, in the beginning episode, they introduced the idea of going to Gary. And then later on, we see him coming in the barbershop with Dahlia. So I was like, boom, 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 nigga, which one you want to hit? You can't do. Okay, sorry.
No. I was gonna. No, you're right. I was gonna bring in E Money to get perspective for this whole thing, actually. So late as always, but last but not least, Mr. E Money. Whatever.
Yo,
what's good, homie?
What's good?
All right. What you in the booth?
Oh no, I had to pick my son up.
No, you good, bro. You good.
That's why we need. Huh?
I told you we need you in the booth to give us an intro song.
Yeah, I'm gonna do your intro. I'm gonna do it. I got hype. I didn't know Chris understood rap like that.
All right, cool. We were just talking about Diamond and Jannard and how kind of like Diamond want to stand still and Jannard want to keep see these opportunities and want to move forward on them really fast. And I agree with Jannard. Like, you can't stay still. You got an organization. You got to kind of move forward. Michelle agrees with Diamond that, just kind of chill right now and let the money build up. So who you agree? What you think about that situation?
This is the first time Diamond sounded like an old ass man to me.
Right.
Right. This is I could not hold that shit. I'm like, you sounding mad old school, bro. Like, you got to step up. You sounding like you giving your brother a reason to step over you. Straight up.
Because my thing in that game is, you can't just stay still and say,
you can't stay still. You cannot. That's like keeping the same pack. You know what I mean? You can't keep the same pack over and over and over. Like, it just don't work like that. Nah. People get, people, like he said, people are already used to the game they already got. When they get a taste of that,
Yeah, I mean, I think it do seem like even Diamond, though, right? I mean, Adalia, Michelle, it feel like Diamond is understanding how strong it is, but I feel like he might reluctantly get on board. Like, he really don't want to, but he can't pass up Adalia. Is that what you see, Michelle?
Yeah, because that's what he told Tommy in the diner.
Right.
He said, whoever gets their hands on this is world changing. Or I forget exactly what he said. So I think he understands the power of it. He understands the power of it. But like you told Jannard in the barbershop, I can't back what I don't know. Right. So I think he's going to give it a little more time to build out, figure out who's behind it and what it's capable of, and then he might co-sign on it. Jannard is like, nah, nigga, line this shit up right now. Let's take it. So,
because in that game, slow money is like you can't move slow. You got to move fast.
Yeah, but just think about.
Well, go ahead.
Remember when Diamond was running in a little pathway and the cop pulled him over?
Yeah.
And it was like, because of you, my sister Keisha, and he had 5 deaths attached to whatever bad drug they have out on the street. So Diamond has more of a reluctant past than Jannard does. He knows the repercussions of bad drugs. and things that can get him locked up. Jannard doesn't have that failed luxury of going to prison for 15 years.
But, and I'm gonna let each general on this. Hold on. But Jannard, you just said it. Diamond's thinking about his past, his own personal history. They run an organization. We got to build this organization up. Diamond got to think about everybody, not just himself and stuff like that. But I'll do this thing. I watched the interview with him. Isaac Keys. He plays Diamond. Shout out to Isaac Keys.
Okay.
And I watched the interview saying that what they don't show yet is that it was getting those bad drugs off the streets is how he got locked up, and they haven't showed that yet. But it was him running around, when he found out it was bad and taking them off when the cops
trying to get it on. Okay,
correct, and that's how he got locked up in the first place. So I feel like that's also makes him more hesitant. So, but go ahead, A. What you gonna say?
I mean, yeah, he's hesitant, but he acting like he out here doing what Lil Kanan was doing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get the hesitant, but all right. So say it like this. Don't he sound contradicting when he's talking to his brother? He's arguing with his brother about how he shouldn't touch it and stuff like that. When he's talking to Tommy, he's arguing with Tommy on how he should touch it and how it might change the game and da. And Tommy's looking like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, Tommy cracked me up too because he seemed all surprised. But you sent these chicks out to random people, so you had to know.
You had to know
back
that was
Diamond or Vic or whoever and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
But that last look he gave Diamond when he turned around and was like, that look was like, I told you, motherfuckers, y'all shouldn't.
The problem with that I see is that like Diamond seemed like a person who's real like up and up stand up. So the fact that Tommy lied to his face, I feel like that's gonna not sit well with him. Actually, what do you think, Michelle, about that?
I agree. I can't see how they would write that out, but I do agree what you're saying.
Yeah, because Diamond's personality, how he is, like if he seems like he's very like, yo, don't just say, you could have told me, right then and there and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like that could come back. I mean, I feel like ultimately Tommy gonna try to sell it to them and stuff like that. But I feel like Jannard gonna look at him, not Jannard, Diamond might lose a little bit of, I guess, love. I want to say he had for Tommy just because he like, should have lied to his face, I guess, and whatnot. But like I said, speaking of Tommy, he
really though, I just feel he can't lose respect because it's none of your business. You get what I'm saying? This is my business. It's none of your business. I don't have to tell you that. This is the streets. I don't have to tell you my business. I don't have to put you in there and sit you down like a baby and tell you what I got planned when you ain't want to fuck with me after everything was said and done in the first place. So hold that attitude, Chief. Take that L. Take that L while we make this money.
I can see that too.
That sound good.
Right. It do.
You see, I'd have got him.
It's about to hit the fan with this whole now that Dahlia got cut up, and you see Tommy about to go try to get distributed all over the place, stuff like that. It's about to hit the fan this next couple episodes for sure with the Dahlia and everything like that. But yeah, we see Tommy, with that, like I said, we're talking about him and JP. And JP trying to holler at Kate. Tommy like, nah, bro, you don't want that or whatever. But then we do see D-Mac do finally get to Tommy and kind of warn him, but don't tell him where it's coming from.
Right.
We thought he might actually find out that that's his nephew, but he didn't last week. So how you felt about that with him and D-Mac? So.
I actually thought he was gonna find out this week, like looking at him and hearing how he coming, but he ain't put it together. And first of all, Tommy's smart as hell because he caught him. He was I thought Tommy was lacking, but he reversed that whole situation. Yeah, and had the young boy like, just let you know.
But D-Mac, turn out D-Mac always get hemmed up with a gun. Got hemmed up at the end of the show by Mark.
Right? What the fuck? Right?
Yo, how you get the drop on somebody, but you wind up hemmed up with the gun? I don't understand that part.
Right. You get the drop, and then your man, keep going because I'm gonna talk about his goofy.
Yeah, we'll get to that later, something like that. So, go ahead.
I think D-Mac is gonna join forces with Tommy.
Of course, that's fair.
He's alone.
Why
He doesn't know
do you
that yet,
think?
though.
But why do you think he told Tommy to be careful out here, Michelle?
So it plays the that's my lip gloss, sorry. It plays the bridge on both sides, right? D-Mac
Okay.
saw Tommy with his dad at Miriam's house.
Right.
But D-Mac doesn't know yet still the relationship between Tommy and JP.
Right.
So he just knows something, they're working on something, but he's compelled to protect Tommy in some way. Why?
Right. Yeah, why? Because I damn sure thought he caught them that conversation and it was all that that fruit ball shit being said,
Because
blowing
when he
rain
caught the conversation, he was like, all you doing is blowing me rainbows.
right in my ass. Right.
Right. So why is he protecting Tommy? But now he done ran up on, old boy at the club. So he's a lone wolf out here. So like I said, I think he's going to join forces with Tommy and try to move up with them.
Well, I feel like Tommy gonna grab him anyway. Like he already gave Tommy some insight, so Tommy's gonna want to grab him anyway to keep him close.
Yeah, I feel like he thinks he's one of his dad's friends, but he don't know what Tommy is, like you said. But just like old boy said, and we'll get to that, whatever. But even all the times he went to his dad's club out of anger, he didn't want to do shit or whatever.
Right.
And that ultimately, put him out the crew, I guess, at that point. So I feel like, but I agree with Michelle. I think he might wind up. I think he'll go to Tommy before he go to JP. Actually.
Hell yeah, facts, yeah. Because JP swole over that money.
They might come together at the same time because JP's trying to get in, and
right.
D-Mac got to go somewhere.
Right. Yeah, JP, he alluded to it. JP is swole over the money. He's trying to get in bad some type of way. So JP's begging to get in.
But he too slow for me. Like he don't catch on fast enough for me. Like just that scene. He like, oh, you working? No, he ain't even working. He don't even got nothing on him. He watching, like he told you.
First
like pay
of all,
attention.
How your club gonna clean the money when your club always empty? Where you gonna get the money from to clean the money? You ain't never there.
I told you the club was a good spot to clean.
Tommy like been there, done that.
Been there, done that, right?
And your club ain't even popping, bro. So how the fuck you want this money and shit or whatever? And the type of money he about to make with Dahlia, you can't possibly clean it because you ain't making enough money.
I mean, he could probably turn it out eventually.
I don't really get it.
He could probably turn it around eventually because of what they doing with Dahlia, but I'm not sure. Like I feel like he could turn his brother's club around and get it jumping, but
yeah, I don't know.
Right.
We kind of talked about this before you got here. How do you feel about Liliana this episode and everything that she did?
I like I said, I was liking her, but now it seemed like she be trying to do like a little bit of devil advocate type shit, and now I feel like you got to watch her a little bit. Liliana's the one with the scar, right?
Yeah.
You got to watch her. I don't know. She over here telling Tommy, oh, maybe she got to go. She knows too much. Bitch, shut up. You know too much. You shut
but
up.
you're a part of it, though.
You can't even offer what this girl doing right now. Shut up with all that craziness and that goofiness. We'll get to that when it comes to that. Right now, let's talk about this money.
Okay, I agree. So you think Liliana's trying to jump the gun and get rid of the doctor, basically?
Yeah. Like it's almost like she feel like she got to control. Like she's trying to test Tommy to see what she could press to get him to do stuff.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me start with Michelle. Where the hell is Gloria? And what happened to Gloria?
Oh shit!
Gloria flew the coop. Gloria bounced. She got scared. She got, Vic he was targeted by the Serbs. Gloria shot back and she's like, you know what? Maybe this shit not really worth it. And she bounced. Will we see her in the future? Maybe. Because now Vic went to his dad and was like, she loved me for who I am. So he might go after her, but we don't know.
Okay. What do you think, E? She's dipped on him?
I thought this is who we are. This is what we do. That's what I thought happened to her ass. Okay. Oh, that went right over y'all heads. This is what we are.
I got it. I got it.
I think I feel like the sister got to that ass.
I think Claudia got to her. I was gonna say that. I don't know if she wrote that letter. I think they might have left that letter and they got her ass somewhere.
Yeah, because the dad even looked kind of dumb in the face. Like
the dad looked like he wasn't that shocked that she was gone to me a little bit.
See, I felt like he did. He had the face like, which one of you motherfuckers did something now? Like I just shot at the
dad know
Surge
about this
over
shit,
my
honestly.
son.
Yeah.
He might.
I don't think it's
I
as cut and dry as like she really did leave for a few whatever anytime thing. I think it's something more to it, honestly. But
yeah,
Okay.
heck yeah.
yeah, we're gonna see. And speaking of Pops, he did talk about how he shot at the Serbs. He hollered at Paulie to get the troops together because like he shot at the Serbs.
What troops?
Yeah, Paulie like, yo, we ain't got that many left. Stuff like that. And you do the start of the war, Walter. So again, going back to Paulie, like he just seemed like it seemed like they're building to me more tension between him and Walter, and he's having less and less faith in Walter. So do you see that affecting Paulie when it comes to anything? Him turning on him with the feds, or him turning on Walter with the kids at all, Michelle?
Yeah, Paulie knows the truth.
Right.
And Walter is a scared man right now because he knows his days are numbered. You know, when they opened up that scene, he was reading his lung cancer patient information. And he balled it up and threw it in the fire. So he knows that his days are numbered, and he has to figure out which one of his kids is going to take over his empire. Vic is chasing black pussy. Claudia's out here doing whatever she want to do, and he doesn't know what she's doing. So Walter is a scared man. He said, "I'm the devil," and he opened up the gates of hell to fuck with the Serbs. So the question is now what? Paulie is the only one he can trust.
Right.
But Paulie is losing faith in him because he is going haywire. And like you said, there's not enough troops they have to protect them. So, you know, we talk about building up that storyline with Paulie turn and flip on him. I don't think so, but don't know.
I feel like I don't think so because I feel like there's somebody more crazier up higher up in that chain somewhere. That's why I feel like Paulie on thin ice with that flipping shit. Like I don't think he's gonna tell at all. Now, doing something grimy like letting the Surge get old boy and get him smoked, that's something different.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I can see him, you know, I don't see nothing, you know what I mean? And and Walter getting his boots smoked. But other than that, I can't see something telling. I don't see that.
Yeah, because I get Walter saying they shot at my son, but it
Right.
does seem like his sickness, he's moving without calculating now. He's just kind of like, all right, I want to shoot back. Like, I don't care how many troops we got left. It's almost like he knows I'm going to die, so fuck it a little bit. So, and I feel like that is like a turning Paulie against him a little bit. And, you know, Paulie already got a son that's a drug addict. He got a wife in the crib. Paulie like, I ain't trying to die over your fight. It's a little bit. So I feel like that could be, he
brother-in-law.
Yeah, he might have. I mean, he know. I don't know if Paulie even know if Vic know, but I think he might holler at the kids about at least about Walter being sick. Because I feel like
he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Paulie thinks his sickness is making him make bad decisions.
Right.
So I think that's why he might holler at them, and that could kind of start something. I think Claudia gonna find out that Vic knew a long time ago. That's gonna be something, honestly. You know, before it goes down the line. Let's say Gloria's gone. Vic is all hurt and crying and drinking early in the daytime. He having his little issues, but we didn't see much of Vic. But we did see Jannard. Jannard's still trying to kill Tommy. I don't know why.
Right. That made no sense at the end. Yo, you know, I need you to push up on Tom. What are you talking about? What you worried about Tommy for now?
Yeah.
That don't make sense. He's
I'm like,
not in your way.
Like, Jannard, you having a good time? You got money? You just got some last night? Like, relax, bro.
Right. you over here in the backseat. Looking all crazy. Like, come on, bro. You still worried about Tommy for?
Right.
Bro, crazy.
Yeah. I feel that too. But how you think this whole thing with this Gary stuff gonna play out, Michelle? How do you feel about it? Like him actually making a deal with Gary?
First of all, dude with the eye got me. Dude with the eye got me. I know
he was having his eye.
Ooh, Freddie Gibbs. Yeah. He just got beat up not too long ago, so that's why I'm looking at him. I was looking at him crazy anyway.
But listen, Freddie Gibbs got bars though. Like stuff with him. So go ahead.
He definitely got bars.
Yeah. Hold on, Michelle. You heard something with him and Kiss? Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah.
Tough. Go ahead, Michelle.
So I don't think it's gonna play out well at all.
Okay.
For one, it's a side move, and everybody's making side moves. Claudia's making side moves. Jannard's making side moves. It's not going to end well. once Diamond find out, that's going to be one storyline. But then, what are they really going to? Is that going to start a war? Is it really going to be a full pipeline for them to push Drugs and Gary? I don't see them. If anything, I see them trying to build out a storyline for season 2 with that to push something into that season. But I don't know how that's going to play out.
What you feel about that expanding across state lines?
I feel like it's gonna work as long as
How you feel about that whole situation?
I feel like it's gonna work as long as the money's right, and like he said if you got fired, you know what I mean, then we good. Because the little there go that goofy ass young boy again. Oh, you can't talk to him like that. He's a veteran. Like,
Right.
what the fuck? You was just gangster as hell last night. What you worried about a veteran
Marshall.
for?
So I'm
Yeah.
guessing Marshall will be
That's
the
my
courier,
cousin.
right? So Marshall gonna be Marshall gonna be the mule. He gonna be the courier carrying it from Chicago to Gary or whatever every day. I wouldn't
Probably.
trust this little nigga.
No, he's
See,
too
the whole-
loud. Not
The whole storyline is predicated on loyalty and trust, and they don't have that from the beginning. So that's going to be the undoing of the whole thing anyway.
Yeah,
He
he's
too
too
loud.
loud. They already showed maybe as a
Hot-headed.
precursor that he want to take pictures and post them everywhere they go and stuff like that. And you seen
That's
Jannard
how son
and
found
old boy
him.
was like,
Found him just like that.
Yeah,
Found him just like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think him being a courier is a problem. Now he did mention that if we get caught, we only got to go to juvie. But see, I feel like they always put dialogue in for a reason. in
Yeah,
these
they do.
right? So I feel like what's gonna happen is that he gonna get knocked off, and either his age or something he did, they're gonna press him to do real time, and he gonna give up Jannard and them or something like that.
Yeah, because he's too loud.
Right. And they're gonna be like, nah, bro, you about to be 18 next week. You're gonna go to jail. Right? He gonna be like, wait, what? I'm like, that's gonna happen to him a little bit. So
I see what you're saying.
you feel what I'm saying? Like I thought they said that for
Yeah.
a reason about him saying like juvie is nothing. We can do that, whatever. So but anyway, speaking of that night before, like you said, we saw him with Jannard and old boy, him being loud, and we do see the whole thing with him and D Mac. Now, one thing I can say is that he was kind of like green and just like a little kid. But the moment D Mac showed up, he even told old boy, like, I got this. Like he kind of like changed up on me a little bit. Did you notice that when he had the gun on D Mac?
Nah, I ain't respecting. I'm sorry. Like
Okay.
he was doing that's how you know he not a real gorilla. First of all, you did that shit in front of everybody. As soon as somebody called the police, you got to put it up. All that goofy shit. You was loud. My man, the dude looked like he was about to smoke him. Bro,
Yeah.
put that shit up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, put that shit. That wasn't, you know what I mean? Like he was about to smoke him himself. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the young boy is a pawn. He's just he's somebody that you can use to do something, and then you can get rid of him.
Well, pretty much. I mean, that's definitely.
He's Jannard Jr. So what do we?
Right. Fucking
Yeah.
Jannard Jr. Jannard with that make believe hairline coming up here acting crazy.
Jannard loud too and stuff like that. You're right. Michelle.
Loud as hell.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, shorty. Yo,
I pray to you
Goofies.
all night. Like,
right. She was like, his line better. How the
Yeah.
young boy line better than your ass?
And she ain't leave with either one of them. She left with the other boy.
She left with the other boy.
He was the one that was quiet in the beginning. That's what show you and stuff like that. So I think last thing we're gonna talk about Diamond and Adrian. What's her name? Adrian? Something like that. Yeah, come to find out, Adrian's a reporter, and her editor or whoever was like, nah, the story ain't about Chicago drug. Like the story is on Diamond. Either you do the story or you don't. But she falling for him. Now, I do think for me personally, like it's a little fast. Their whole story, stuff like that.
That is fast.
Obviously, she falling for him, but you can see why she asked me the questions at the barbershop. So, Michelle, what do you feel about this whole arc, this whole story, and how it's going to play out? What do you think?
I was disappointed to find out that she was just a journalist, honestly.
Really?
Right, because journalists don't be sleeping. They don't be sleeping with niggas to get a story, bro.
Right.
I was disappointed. I thought she'd be a little more like an undercover cop or something something with a little more meat on the bones. But like you said, it's moving very quickly, but that's her angle. She needs to move fast to get the story. So
Right.
she doesn't have time for the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dates that they could
Right.
possibly go on before she get information. She got to pull him along fast because her people need the information. But somewhere, I think in the next couple episodes, she might undercut it and stop because she's letting her emotions build in. It's getting in the way of her capturing that story that they need. In her
Right. He
mind,
did.
she thought she was going after, guy fell down, came back up. They're like, no, we want to catch him, Diamond, and build a story about him that can get him locked back up. So she's
Right.
like, no, I don't want to do that. But she's gonna go along with what her editor said and try to cross Diamond, but she's not going to. So it's gonna fall apart. But
Right.
Yeah.
hopefully he picks up what she really is and puts a stop to it. And she may be in the woods her damn self. Who knows?
I was gonna say I'm predicting she wound up dead. Me personally,
I'm
but
hoping she do the smart path and let yourself get the D whooping her. So she instead of him being pussy whooped, she D whooped.
right.
So let the D whoop work and let her tell you what's going on. And then he can get his information from that and see what to do. And then he could probably use that and use her to make it look like he was the hero and what he was doing and what he got locked up for.
Honestly, she got some options, right? She could just tell Diamond, like you said, what's going on, and go that way, or she could just say, "Fuck it, I want the story." Like she really playing with fire. Now, I understand the story can maybe make or break her career, or whatever, like that. But again, you are talking about a drug dealer who's did 15 years in jail. Like you got to be careful what you're doing. I think. First of all, don't let Tommy find out she is a journalist.
She gotta die. She gotta go.
Because Tommy don't play about nobody who could be nothing. Like we did quick. But I think either Tommy or Jannard gonna find out before Diamond does, and they might take her out. Honestly, so that's what I think. So, but I was pretty upset too that that's all she kind of was. But
yeah, like she's just
how you feel like
okay.
from Diamond aspect? Like you feel like he's letting her in too quick or telling her too much information so far?
Yeah, I feel like he's not as smart as they trying to say he is.
Okay.
Like the moves he do with Tommy is intelligent as hell. The moves he do with his brother is semi-intelligent, but a little bit of sometimes his brother gets in the way. Now you're telling me this woman that came out of nowhere, even if she got some good, wet, whatever, sweet watery guts, she give you the sweet watery guts. All of a sudden now you just, you can't tell what she's doing. She's sneaking around. You got your back turned towards her. Come on, bro. Being in the drug game, you're mindful about shit like that, regardless if it's a news reporter, a cop, somebody trying to set you up. You're usually mindful of shit like that. So I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I do feel like he's and I maybe because he did 15 years and he just whatever, but he got open real quick because he asked a lot of questions in the barbershop. In the barbershop, they do a lot of deals in the barbershop, so I would have never brought her there in the first place and stuff like that. And they only been to his place and his shop. Where you live at?
Like, right? You see what I'm saying? Where you live at? What you drive?
Right,
nigga.
Right.
Where you go to school at? Who your mom? Who
Where
your
you
cousin?
eat at? You go to my diner. Like, what the hell you eat at? Stuff like that. So
you don't just eat here,
right? I need to know some questions. So I feel like like I said, one of them going to find out. I feel like Diamond not going to find out first. They're going to find out and give it up, stuff like that. So I think
Tommy will.
You think Tommy will? Okay.
It'll be a better storyline if Tommy finds out who she is. Because Jannard gets just as sidetracked by pussy as Diamond is.
Looking scars and shit.
That don't mean much to Tommy because we already see what Tommy does. He'll remove a bad situation if it's not going to play out, just like he got rid of Gloria and decided not to fuck with her no more. So it's a better storyline if that's revealed to Tommy and he make moves with Adrian than Jannard, because Jannard's like, all right, bro, get it.
Let me ask you this about Tommy, Michelle. How you feel about his motivation on trying to get this product out quick, trying to take over the city, and him talking about how he never had nothing on his own? How'd you feel about that whole
he looks like it.
That whole dialogue, stuff like that?
I think we talk about pace, right?
Right.
In this episode, Tommy is like, we need it now. And that's his Achilles heel. Yeah. Because you need time, especially dealing with something that's so scientific as Dahlia is. But if it was anything else, you need time to really figure out what it is, build it out, and see what the repercussions are. But again, when you go back to the original storyline with him and Ghost, he was Ghost's right hand man. He never had the ace position,
Right.
the shot caller. So right now in Chicago, this is Tommy's operation, and he's seeing what Dahlia could do for him, and that's what he wants. But he wants it right now, and everybody's telling him, "Take your fucking time."
Right.
Right, like he looked like a rookie. He really looked like a rookie in front of them when she found the cure, and he's like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, "Come on, nigga. You look like a smooth
You did it,
rookie, bro."
You did it.
Right? I'd have been like, "You did it. We'll see."
I kind of agree that, like, his lack of patience maybe his undoing at the end of the day. Not as far as like killing him, there's probably several seasons of this show, but as far as like messing up what he's trying to build, like as far as like running the city and taking over. Because you got to think, it's still the Serbs out there, still CBI, still the Flins. There's a lot, Tommy, he's still dealing with. And then,
right,
you're not really. I think the speed of it all, you're trying to do it, and he's trying to get Liliana to learn this shit quick, so he can get rid of the doctor and stuff like that. So it's kind of like,
I don't know if he wants to get rid of that doctor. I'm telling you,
but he keep pressing Liliana to learn how to do it though. That's what got me on that.
Yeah, but until I feel like he was on that type wave until he heard Liliana like over pressing the issue of how she got to go.
Okay,
like why are you over pressing the issue? Because now I'm starting to think that you're learning it for yourself, and then you're gonna take over and try to get rid of me next.
That's true. Plus, Liliana might feel like. Plus, time I feel like Liliana might feel like she's irreplaceable if she's the only one that's there. That's actually
right.
And Liliana might feel like if I get rid of this doctor, then I will be irreplaceable. This is all they all working against each other.
She's working right. Right. It's chess. It's chess.
Yeah. Super chess. You're right.
I'd be on point, man. I might would have left. I might would have told her stay with me for a minute. Everybody would have left, and I'd have shot her in the foot. Stop trying to outthink me.
That's a lot of kids, bro. Oh my god. Okay, I got you. But yeah, I mean, I definitely get, like he says, he was a kid. He was a corner boy. He worked for Ghost. Like, let's be clear, man. He keeps telling people Ghost is my business partner. You worked for Ghost,
right, nigga? Right.
Now, he knows that, which is why he acts like he does. Like that.
My brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
my business partner. Nah, bro.
Nah, nigga.
You worked for him.
You worked for him. Whatever Ghost told you to do, you had to do it. It was the right way to do it. Motherfucker.
Yeah, and I fucked with Tom. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I fucked with him too, but he know who run shit.
I told Michelle even before you came on, actually before we all came on, I said I feel like this show lacks a heavy police presence or FBI. Like, they got those two people, but I don't even know their names, the Billy over there and stuff like that. But you know how like book 2, you got Jenny and then Kanan, they got
you got
Omar Epps and the other
Omar
chick,
Epps, right?
And the other and the gay chick or whatever on there too. And even being my F got your boy dark skin bro, whatever like that. But it's like, you feel like that though? They need somebody who's like chasing after Tommy.
I feel like we're gonna have that. I feel like we're gonna get a police presence that don't give a fuck about none of the dealers, like that don't care about who could pay what, who needs what, who has what, who could do something for me. It's just gonna be that one cop that don't give a fuck about nothing, and that I want everything burnt to the ground. That type of cop.
Okay, I got you. Because I was telling her, I said, I get it. Maybe Tommy's new, but Jannard been running CBI 15 years. Somebody got to be watching him. That's
right. Somebody watching these niggas. Somebody.
Yeah, it's like somebody. I mean, they can't just be off the radar doing what they do for 15 years. Like, that's not realistic to me.
It's not realistic. And plus, if somebody got a reporter trying to sleep with them to get a damn story, you had to be out there doing it. For the news to be trying to eavesdrop in your life like that, you had to be out here doing it. You had to be the man. So
he was the kingpin 15 years ago.
Right, but I'm saying 15 years ago he was that kingpin. They know damn well when you come out, you're not the same no more. That's over. Nobody respects it. You get that legacy in the streets. You get that legacy for a little bit of time. After that, nobody cares. The young boys is like, who are you? You did what? I don't give a fuck. I ain't never hear of it. You ain't do it now, so.
Well, I'll say this: between Diamond and the Adrian story, and then Jannar starting up a whole new pipeline with Gary. I feel like they both might not die now this season because it's late in the season and stuff like that. So,
Oh yeah, that.
What y'all think about that?
I do. I feel like, and the way the season's been going, people have been dying like off of miscellaneous shit too. Like what's his name? Jeremiah. Look, you see how he died? That was miscellaneous. Like he just got hit. Just hit the ball, the other dude. Oh man, this shit feels good. Wow. Hit. So I think a lot of people are gonna die miscellaneously than set up like normal. I think he may be 50 trying to work something different to fuck us up like Game of Thrones.
Okay, all right, I see that. All right, well, we kind of already done spoiled this episode, up, down, left, right, in and out. So let's go ahead and move on. How would you rate this episode, Michelle?
I give it a 6.5.
Okay, what about you, E?
I was about to say that 6.5, 7.
Okay, not bad. Well, I'm gonna go with it's gonna be unanimous 6.5, because I was like, it was I watched it once. I'm gonna watch it twice, but this one I only watched once. So hopefully the last three, normally with Powers, the last three do be hitting like of the season and stuff like that. So
what made me nervous about the end was the fact that all four of them sniffed. Oh, we lost E.
Yeah.
All four of them sniffed this drug that we had no idea what could do yet. It was the cut version.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
And I was like,
crazy
all
because
four
the
of
doc
them
tried
sniffed
to,
it.
and the doc tried to dip, and Tommy was like, "You gonna try your own stuff, ain't you?" Stuff like that. So it was funny on that because he was about to be out. he was like, "They ain't gonna understand." So I felt like Tommy thought, "What if she like laced it and shit? We all die right now." So we're gonna make sure that she we get her back in here.
My fault.
Hey, she was talking about how they all four sniffed to die, and I was talking about how Doc tried to dip, and Tom was like, "You gonna try your own stuff, ain't you?" Stuff like that. So
yeah.
I felt like he made sure she ain't laced it or nothing like that.
Right. And but you know what I like? How the Doc reacted and said, "I do want to try. I do want to try." So
I'll be back tomorrow.
Right, her being like that, saying, "I do want to try it," lets me feel like she's part of the team, man. Like I need her part of the team, man. It's good to see somebody that's like dragged in from regular life and realizing like, wait, I can really capitalize off this opportunity. And I'm hoping she's smart enough to know I can't let Scarface know what the fuck I'm making up over here, because I realized a lot of people walked away from her when she found out how to really make it. If you paid attention. Nobody was standing by her when she was like, "Oh, I think I got it," and then everybody came walking up like, "You sure?" And she's like, "I think so."
Only thing is, man, you ever watch Breaking Bad? Either one of y'all?
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, remember they spent so much time trying to get rid of Walter by finding out his formula,
right?
Stuff like that. So I feel like that. It'd be nice, but I feel like that Tommy gonna feel like there's too many people. Like we got to get rid of her. Me personally, we're gonna see what happens.
She don't look greedy though.
Yeah, but she know a lot. I mean,
but
and she got a regular job.
If you kill her, you just had Scarface at the restaurant where they're talking about, you know what I mean? Talking about she was her second cousin with some miscellaneous dude. Nobody knows who, but he can definitely say Spanish girl with a scar on her face was.
That's true. And her scar is very visible.
Very visible.
So what you think, Michelle? The Doc live or survive? What you think?
She's gonna live for now.
Right. Only thing I can see her fucking up is like fucking one of them girls or getting into a relationship with the head girl, the daughter, and getting smoked like that. Yeah, like I just feel like she gonna get smoked on something petty if they do kill her. Like I just feel it's something petty. Like it'd be like a little argument.
I could see her sticking around, but not in a strong presence or a strong role. She's necessary because none of them are scientists.
None of them.
And even if they do, recreate the formula, again, they're not scientists. So how are they going to massively, produce all of that weight in mass with those particular codes? So she's necessary for now until you can really get a good gripe on it.
I could also see somebody finding out that she's the one who's making it and trying to get a hold of them for themselves.
Right, but luckily Tommy was smart enough. Like I said, he was smart enough to make her change her blueprint, her fingerprint, Meaning the way that she makes that shit, she always makes it the same way. She always adds this chemical that where most of
glow
the
in the dark.
scientists, right?
Yeah,
Most of the
yeah.
scientists know it's from her.
Yeah. But I feel
The
like
only-
I feel like that somebody on the street, either the mechanic, Spanish chick, or the rabbis, or CBI, or what I feel like I don't know what's gonna happen, but that could be interesting. One of them find out, like, yo, they got this one doctor making this shit. They're all gonna be after her at that point.
See, and that's my point. The only way they don't find out is if she's never revealed to them. She's a ghost operation.
Right.
The
He
minute
needs
they
to
find
keep her like that.
the minute she's spotted with Tommy, it's over. She's a rat.
But I don't think she would be spotted with Tommy. I'm telling you, the only people I can see messing it up is the two females. Either telling somebody about her or being out around her or being with her and they seeing that the girl with the scar and then be like, who the hell is that?
So do you think they gonna just like keep her kidnapped in the fucking lab forever?
Nah, I feel like they can, like, honestly, man, I feel like they can trust her a little bit.
Cut her in on it.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't mind cutting her in though, honestly.
That probably would be the best play to me. Like, listen,
right.
We'll cut you in on this and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. To give you a job 2 weeks notice. I'll let her play it out for real. Go to work. Come back here, give your job notice, go on your little dates, fuck my mans or whatever, blah blah blah. Like, you know,
and get rich.
Yeah,
don't worry about nobody else. Get rich
and keep your mouth shut.
And keep your you want to get rich? Keep your fucking mouth shut.
If she don't talk like we do, she better. Because Tommy got about 10 bodies in Chicago already.
Shit, I was thinking 30. Shit, the way he smoked them other Flynns out there.
Yeah.
Them Flynn men.
All right, well, thank you guys. I hate to keep you guys all night. As always, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. We back. 3 episodes left. We're going to count down to the end of this power. I don't see nothing coming after book 4 for right now. So I guess we'll figure out, what else we all watch.
Doesn't Tate have a storyline coming up?
I don't think that's even done yet. They didn't even make that show yet. Okay. But yeah, it should be Influence, book 5, something like that.
Man, they better put Tate back to old dog. They do that.
They got to bring back Ramona for his show. I think that'll help him out a little bit. And I don't know what else. He got to
right. I don't think I just want to watch him.
His brother going too, but I feel like he fit better on book 2, some kind of way. So, a little bit. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Always like, comment, and subscribe. Cinema Crew point of view. We just changed the name and the picture. If you see that or whatever, we're about to have a song done by E Money for the channel as well.
I got you.
And of course, we'll be back. Next week. See you guys.
I laugh.